Colorado football coach Deion Sanders found himself grappling with shock and deep disappointment following his team's unexpected loss to Stanford. The game, which took place in Boulder, was an emotional rollercoaster for Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. The Buffaloes began the game in a dominant fashion, building a commanding 29-0 lead at halftime. However, what followed in the second half was nothing short of a footballing drama. Stanford, seemingly unfazed by the deficit, embarked on an astonishing comeback, scoring on every single possession after halftime. The final result of 46-43 in double overtime in favor of Stanford was a bitter pill for Sanders to swallow. The way his team squandered their lead and allowed Stanford to make an incredible comeback left him truly disturbed. Sanders admitted that he had sensed his team's complacency after they scored touchdowns on each of their first 4 possessions, setting a tone for the game. While they started the game magnificently, Sanders believed they had taken their foot off the gas and paid the price. One of the turning points of the game was an interception thrown by Sanders' son, Shedeur, in the second overtime. It was a costly mistake that prevented Colorado from scoring, making it easier for Stanford to clinch the victory. Deion Sanders shouldered much of the blame, telling reporters, "If you're going to point the finger, point it at me." However, he also saw a more profound problem plaguing his team: a lack of commitment and passion for the game. In a heartfelt post-game speech to his players, Sanders emphasized the difference between loving the game unconditionally and merely liking it. He revealed his own deep love for football and called on his team to match his passion and dedication. The Buffaloes' early 29-0 lead had given them a false sense of security. Travis Hunter, Colorado's star receiver cornerback, had appeared poised for a breakout game after missing several prior matches due to injury. However, his second-half performance paled in comparison to Stanford's Elic Iomanor, who put up a remarkable display, finishing with 13 catches for 294 yards and 3 touchdowns, all after halftime. Despite the individual brilliance of some players, the Buffaloes' defense struggled, and repeated mistakes, including costly penalties, marred their performance. Sanders mentioned that some of the players weren't prepared for the critical moments in the game, raising questions about their ability to handle high-pressure situations. Stanford, on the other hand, was built for the moment, as evidenced by their remarkable comeback. They outgained Colorado in the second half, outscoring them 36-7 and eventually forcing overtime with a 46-yard field goal as time expired in regulation. Deion Sanders, a former NFL superstar, confessed that he had never experienced such a dramatic turn of events in a football game. The loss was a significant setback for Colorado's season, leaving them in a precarious position for postseason eligibility. It was a game that would be remembered for its remarkable comeback and the heartbreak it brought to the Colorado Buffaloes and their passionate coach.